Let's talk about anime. At this point, everybody and their mom knows what anime is. And no, I don't mean that figuratively, I mean that literally. On everyone's anime journey, you for sure have a favorite. Now, of course, this is completely objective and biased, but it's your favorite. Normally, your favorite isn't measured by any data or any metrics, it's measured by how much you enjoyed that anime. Or it's measured how much impact that had on you as a child or as a person in general. Even though you might know your favorite off the top of your head, a lot of people don't know their top 10. And I can already hear you. How? How do you not know 10 anime that you like the most out of the hundreds you've watched? And I asked myself, it's actually really hard to think of your top 10 as a favorite wise of anime. There's so many anime that I've watched, but why should one be over the other? And surprisingly, I found the answer, and maybe after this video you can guess what my answer was. Today, I will be ranking my top 10 favorite anime of all time. Now, this isn't a list that I think that this is the best anime, it's just the best anime for me. But saying that, I do have a video like that, and you should go check it out, it's actually really good. But saying that, let's begin. Coming in at number 10 is Detective Conan. Now, I love psychological and detective style anime, and as one of the pioneers of that whole franchise, Detective Conan is still pretty good till this day. To be completely honest, I would put Death Note here if Detective Conan never existed. Even though both of them are equal, there's just things about Detective Conan that I like a little bit more than I like Death Note. I'm not saying they're the same anime at all, but they do have similarities, obvious similarities that I just enjoy. I probably should have said this first, I'm sorry, but if you don't know what Detective Conan is, it's basically about this kid that's a detective. Wow, real shocker, huh? Wow. He's literally the smartest detective in Japan, and he's literally a high schooler. This high schooler got turned into an even smaller child, which was not great for him, I guess. So as a way to revert this, he's going on different cases, trying to find connections to the people that did this to him. The way the anime loves to give you clues before everything is even solved is honestly so clever. They literally give you all the pieces that you need to solve the puzzle as Conan is realizing them. There are times where it's BS, like how do we even supposed to know that? But me even getting mad at that in the first place should show you they actually try a lot to give the audience a time to solve it too. Which, let's be honest, it makes you feel like a detective. But even saying that, the plot twist after every episode or every case solved still is shocking. Like to this day, I can probably rewatch Conan all over again and still enjoy it. Maybe trying to find out things that I've missed or things that they told me that I just didn't catch on the first time. Number 9 is Fairy Tail. I shouldn't have to tell you guys what Fairy Tail is or what Fairy Tail is about. You guys know, love it or hate it, you know what Fairy Tail is. In very, very short words, Fairy Tail is one of those anime that just make you feel good. It feels a lot more natural than most anime when they add a bunch of characters. Every character has their character traits, that's what makes them different characters. But Fairy Tail almost never shows you all of the character traits of one character when you meet them or their backstory. And seeing these characters grow, develop, learning about what these characters actually are through Lucy's eyes felt like you was a part of a real family. It really put emphasis on there's no main character in our show like none other. I genuinely mean this. Each of these characters could have been their own main character in their own anime. I think why Fairy Tail is really looked on badly, like actually looked on badly, because people don't understand this certain feeling. When you love Fairy Tail and you see the Fairy Tail guild getting hurt, it actually hurts you like you're actually in the guild. There is a lot of characters in Fairy Tail, a bunch of characters that's not in the guild, but I guarantee you one of your favorite characters will be in this guild. And to be honest, the power of friendship is not as potent as a lot of people would think, but even if it is, let's say I'm wrong about that, that was the premise of the anime to begin with. It's friendship. It's treating your friends like family because that's what they are. So in anime, I don't really get looking at that as a bad thing to have in the anime. Maybe you can say it happens too much, maybe the traits are like that, but at the end of the day, I don't get it. But I realize it's not my job to, and if most people don't like it, most people just don't like it. Number 8 is Cyberpunk. I realize a lot of people that watch anime hasn't watched Cyberpunk till this day. And to be completely honest, I don't blame you. This hit so hard. Now, I know what you finna ask. Well, you said it hit hard. I mean, it has to be good, right? It is good in the worst way possible, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Please, nobody spoil anything in the comments. Nobody say anything about anything. You know what I mean? If you haven't watched Cyberpunk, actually stop what you're doing right now and watch it. There's not a lot of anime that can bring back a video game from the brink of death. We all know that the video game was absolutely horrible when it came out. Some people still don't like it till this day, but a lot of people like it because the anime blew up. Now, I know I'm not gonna make this about numbers, but it shows in the numbers. Any black person growing up in a bad neighborhood but going to a preppy school can just immediately connect with this character, man. The character David can relate to so many people that's in America. It's crazy, man. I don't want to say anything too crazy because if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. There's genuinely not a lot of anime that can play a theme song and have somebody cry. Even though Cyberpunk may look like your traditional punk fantasy world, it is not at all. It breaks so many norms of anime but adds so many influential emotional development that we haven't seen in anime in a very long time. Again, please watch Cyberpunk. You need to. Number 6 is Kaiju number 8. Now, this one slipped in here real fast. Bro, pause. What the fuck? This one jumped into the tier list as soon as it came out, to be honest. I knew it was going to be one of my favorite anime. Kaiju number 8 has everything you love in shonen, but somehow it breaks the norm of shonen too. The way I can explain Kaiju number 8 is that it feels like a high production movie like made in the US, but for anime. They don't gloss or pass over anything quickly. They make sure you understand what's happening in the anime and can digest everything that's going on. Cause let's be honest, in some shonen it does get a little confusing with the power system, but Kaiju number 8 is just easy to consume. This world has kaijus, and because they have kaijus, they have people to hunt kaijus. Our main character wants to be one of those people that have a job to hunt kaijus. It sounds simple, right? I mean, like shonen is, most of the time it starts off pretty simple, but in a way it sort of stays like that, and it's kind of good. But it's like toasting bread when you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's still technically the same thing. It's just a little different, but at a way better value. Every side character, and I mean this for a fact, every side character is written beautifully. All of them have their strengths, their weaknesses. We get in the thought process to pretty much every single side character. Maybe one or two I'm missing. And the action in this anime is so good. And you already know, man, it won't be those impactful moments without a little bit of tear shed, without a little bit of emotion in the moment, man. Okay, before I talk about this next part, I'm gonna just say spoiler warning. So if you want to skip a little bit ahead, you should probably do that. My favorite part in this anime is when Kafka gets caught. They finally know that he's Kaiju, but he saved their lives because a bomb was gonna fall on them, and he sacrificed his whole dream to basically save all of their lives. While he was being shipped off, everybody standing there, people that was in the arena, people that wasn't in the arena, everybody that was standing right there saluted him. It was people that we don't even know yet and probably will never know. These are side characters that are side characters, and they were saluting to him. They knew the value of Hugh saving all of our lives means everything. He could have easily grabbed a couple people, couple of his friends, and dipped out of there. He could have easily done that. Even though they have conflicting feelings of him being a kaiju, the one thing that they're designed to hunt, they understood that that has to still be Kafka because he used that same power to save us. I mean, that's absolute cinema. What more do you want in an anime? What more do you want in an anime, bro? That alone made it go so high in this list. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Number 5 is Full Metal Alchemist, but Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood to be exact. You all know what Full Metal Alchemist is. If you don't, that's your problem, let's be honest. It's been out way too long for you not to have watched it. Everybody talking about it. Everybody says it's the anime to watch. Full Metal Alchemist is undoubtedly one of the GOATs of anime. I talked about this anime so many times before, but I would say it 1,000 times if I need to. This anime is peak from beginning to end. Brotherhood is peak between beginning to end. Full Metal Alchemist is this confusing string of nonsense when you first watch it, but it's slowly but surely reveals itself as just a big spider web that's connected to everything that we've seen so far. Learning how alchemy works as a power system was one of my favorite things about Full Metal Alchemist. You learn there are literal rules and ways to use different power systems, and it sounds cool at first. Then you realize in between that is a lot of symbolic meanings and reasons why these power systems work the way they do. And one of my favorite characters of all time pretty much is Truth. Truth is basically the god of this universe, but calling him a god is just doesn't feel right. There's a couple ways to see Truth to get into this gate where he's sitting, but even when you get there, you don't really see Truth, you see yourself. In most cases when you see him, he's basically an empty clone of yourself, just a white version of yourself. That sounds great. And he basically gives you information that would drastically change your life, for better, for worse, who knows, but he gives you that information, and he can only speak in truth. He knows everything that will happen, everything that has happened, everything that could happen. He is basically the truth of the world. Everything that's true, he is him, basically. The amount of advice about equivalent exchange and much more things that I needed to hear in my life that this one character gave me is absolutely crazy. Yeah, if you haven't already, what are you doing? Come on, watch Full Metal Alchemist. It's been out for way too long. And number 4 is Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is the all-father of anime, and I'm not even here to debate that. That's just a fact. But is it one of the most overhyped anime? Yes, I'm not gonna lie. It is overhyped a lot, but it's also underestimated a lot. It's one of the most seen anime out there, so of course people are gonna be on both sides of it. Honestly, where I think DBZ stands is pretty good for the time it came out, and to be honest, for today. No, it's not the perfect anime, but let's be honest, I can't forget anything that happens in this anime. Once I see it, it's just engraved in my head forever. And the reason why I think that happens is because you get so hyped with the hype moments, it's like hard to forget. Like, Dragon Ball Z is undoubtedly one of the hypest anime ever made. Like, every fight scene you will get hype in. Like, a lot of people still say they don't like Super, but let's be honest, Ultra Instinct is one of the most iconic transformations ever. And I'm pretty sure it was like that in DBZ too. It literally is like that in DBZ. No, you don't come to DBZ for its story or its developing characters, even though they technically do develop, but just in different ways. You come for the straight hypeness that you get from two titans finna fight it out and box it out to the death. You watch it for the fate of this entire planet on the line. If you lose, we all lose. Powerful beings using crazy world buster moves in a fight. Again, I don't like to look at metrics a lot when I'm talking about my favorite anime, but you gotta admit, DBZ had a formula and it obviously worked. Now since we're here, I guess we can talk about Trunks. Trunks is my favorite character of all time. It's no doubt about it. He's just so clean. And I mean this literally, he might not have one bad fit. If somebody can tell me one bad fit that Trunks have, okay, I can see it. But from my knowledge right now, he has not one bad fit, any iteration of him. The fact that he can look so cold, bro, and so clean and still put in crazy numbers is crazy, bro. And for all y'all saying, oh yeah, he had to cheat, he had to go back in the past to do this, to do that, bro, but you're not doing the same thing. Like, let's be for real, let's be completely honest. Your family, your friends, everybody dying from this op. You can't beat this op, so of course I'm gonna go back in the past and try to kill you, bro. Like, what? Like, I'm getting mine back regardless. You kill any of my friends or my family, and especially if you kill majority of them, I'm getting it back in blood regardless, bro. There's no more rules no more, bro. Number 3 is Mob Psycho. Now we're getting to the list. It's like, what is there not to like about Mob Psycho, man? Like, honestly, what is there not to like about Mob Psycho? Mob Psycho is like a jack of all trades. It really hits every subject that a shonen should hit. You have your action. Of course you have action. Mob Psycho is actually one of my favorite to watch for action. You have your romance. Even though it is a very small portion of the story, it still pushes the dialogue and the plot further. You have your basically starting at the lowest level possible and gradually going up to the highest level possible. I don't mean that as in like when Mob actually goes all the way up to 100. I don't mean it like that, even though that does make sense in that way too. Mob is a completely different character emotionally than episode 1 than the final episode. Like the emotional growth that this one kid did like equates to so much. He is a very strong psychic. Strength was never a thing that he needed to train on or like actually do anything with, because he was always strong as he needed to be. But mental strength, he was never really that strong with, like ever. Well, you know, it got better, of course, but at the beginning of the story, that's where we kind of are. And even though it's technically the same style as a shonen, it was a little different, which made it so much enjoyable to watch. We literally get to see Mob fight a mental version of himself that he doesn't want to come out ever. I know I talk about side characters a lot, especially in this video, but if your side characters aren't good, your anime is probably not going to be good either. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much love all the cast that's close to Shigeo. His brother is a beautiful written character. His mentor is a beautiful written character. He even gets a little pal that's always with him after the first couple episodes. That's a beautiful written character. Like, it's just amazing. And the animation on this anime, when they pop off on the animation, they pop off. It's some of the most beautiful animation that I've ever seen in anime, by far. So of course, if it has great choreography like Mob Psycho does and it looks beautiful, it's definitely going to be a very, very, very good experience. Oh, and I actually almost forgot to say, it's hilarious. It's actually really, really funny, even from episode 1. Of course, it gets serious when it, you know, gets serious, but other than it being serious, it's lighthearted, pretty funny, and feel good. And number 2 is Don. Come on, man. Y'all know Don. If y'all don't know Don, you at least know this song, man. Like, it's peak, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe this is a hot take, but opening alone, just from the opening, is better than some anime out here. Hey, I'm just saying, man. I believe that Don will be the next blueprint of modern day anime. I truly believe that. Please do not come to me and say any other anime will actually be the blueprint. No, this anime actually gonna be the blueprint, or this anime gonna be the blueprint. This manga that's gonna turn to anime gonna be a blueprint. Nope. Until I see those, Don is number 1 for me. And I'm not gonna lie to you. If you don't like Don, I take offense to that. Hey, I'm sorry. I know this is opinionated, but I take offense to that. There's no way you don't like Don. Okay, look, there's maybe one way. Okay, you're right. Okay, there's maybe one singular way. Alright, on the first episode, it did get a little crazy, okay? You all know what I'm talking about. I'm definitely not putting it on YouTube. You know what I'm talking about. The first episode got a little wicked. But when you get past that, it's gonna be alright. Alright, when you get past that, I promise you nothing like that to that level is gonna happen again. They still joke around and stuff like that and talk about golden balls and stuff, but nothing that extreme is gonna happen to them ever again. Okay, I didn't read all the manga, so I'm not gonna say ever again, but from where I'm at, and especially where the anime is right now, nothing like that happens. Come on, bro, y'all already know, like at the beginning, something a little weird has to happen for the anime to be peak, man. It has to happen like that, bro, every time. Let's talk about Dragon Ball. You already know the scene I'm talking about, when he walked up to Bulma to see if she was a girl. That's kind of crazy, gang. I'm not gonna lie, if that would've came out today, Dragon Ball canceled. Like when Naruto kissed Sasuke for the first time, man. Hey, man, I know today a lot of people will actually not watch Naruto if they just remember that scene and watched it as an adult right now. Like, if you didn't know what Naruto was and you've seen that scene for the first time, you probably just won't watch Naruto. There's probably a couple more examples that I probably have to look up, but I'm not gonna do that to myself. The way that I honestly can explain Don to you, I'm not gonna be able to do it in this video effectively, but basically, Don is about aliens, spirits, craziness. That's literally what it is about. Now, mix that together with 2 well-designed power systems and well-character designed characters and well animations, and honestly everything about Don is so good. Everything about Don just seems perfect to me. They have romance in there, they have funny gag moments. The fighting choreography works perfect in Don for how they did it. It looks so good. Like the way that every character is getting introduced one by one, but in a expressive way that expresses their characters' traits and flaws. It's so good, man. I haven't rooted for a ship like this since back in the day with Fairy Tail. Back when Gajio and Levi was like my favorite ship, I wanted to ship them so bad. This is coming around to that feeling. Every part of Dandadan has an impactful moment. Like every single part of Dandadan has a impactful moment. Definitely something you'll never forget when you watch it for the first time. That impactful. And finally, number 1 is Guren Lagann. I should be able to just end this video right here, right now, but I know for a fact that most of you haven't watched Guren Lagann. I literally watched Guren Lagann 4 times. I watched it one in dub, once in sub. I watched both of the movies, and then I watched it again with my cousin. Guren Lagann is my favorite of all time, and it probably will be my favorite of all time. Before Guren Lagann, I was just watching anime to just watch it, I guess. Well, I do that now, but it was different. I don't think at that age I knew exactly what I was absorbing from other anime, but from Guren Lagann I actually like felt for the characters. I absorbed the information and I even put some of the characters' beliefs into my own life. Okay, my bad. I'm talking to you like you know what Guren Lagann is. You probably don't. Basically, the whole show is if you believe that it can happen, if you believe that there's a universe where you can do something, you can do it. That is the whole premise of the show. That sounds like bonkers at first. Believe me, I know, because I used to think that. It sounds crazy. But instead of Guren Lagann breaking it down by using characters to explain exactly what they mean, they use the story itself to explain exactly what they mean. And I mean this literally exactly what they mean. It's no interpretation. Let me just give you one small example. This is just one example. The phrase, "Who do you think I am?" basically was made in this anime to counteract the believe in the me that believes in you. When Kamina says, "Who the hell do you think I am?" he's saying, if you're looking at this version of me and think that version of you is beating me, you're wrong. There's another version of me that will win this no doubt what, because I believe that. Which brings me back to believe in the me that believes in you. What he's basically saying is this version of myself that you're seeing right now, you obviously don't believe that I believe in you. So believe in a version of myself that believes in you. It's literally talking about manifesting everything that you want and could possibly need. And this thought came to Kamina because Simone had to save them. He's the only one that could dig out of this tunnel. He's the only one that could dig out of this tunnel safely for everybody to be safe. And in that moment, the real Kamina was actually scared. But as we all know, Kamina will never act scared. He will always be the version of him that he believes in. So, thinking that it's gonna be certain death anyways, he told Simone, "Hey man, you got this, I believe in you," giving him encouragement. And because of that, Simone did believe in himself and was like, "Yeah, I can get us out of this, it gotta be me, let me do it." And they actually got out. They actually got out safely. That's why Kamina says believe in the me that believes in you. Now, he's not saying that believe in some fairy tale version of him. He's not saying that at all. He's saying that believe in the version of him that he aspires to be to give you the confidence to do whatever you want. So if that version of Kamina can believe in Simone, then Simone should believe in himself. Look, I know that one was way too long, but that's just one small thing that Guren Lagann has actually taught me to do. There is a lot more, believe me. I can go on hours talking about Guren Lagann, from the spiral system to different character types and pretty much every single character and how they play into the spiral system and to Kamina's beliefs, even after he's gone. If you haven't seen Guren Lagann, do you know who the hell they are? Like, honestly, do you know them? If it's a no, then you need to go watch them right now. Like, you actually need to go watch Guren Lagann. Like, if anything, if you don't get nothing else from this video, go watch Guren Lagann. Like, please, you actually need to watch it. And just like that, that is my list of favorite anime of all time. These are anime that I hold dear to my heart that actually changed my life. Well, most of them changed my life. Yet again, I'll be going through the entire list, 10 from 1, and 10 is Detective Conan, 9 is Fairy Tail, 8 is Cyberpunk, 6 is Kaiju number 8, 5 is Full Metal Alchemist, 4 is Dragon Ball Z, 3 is Mob Psycho, 2 is Dandadan, and 1 is Guren Lagann. If you guys made it this far into the video or just went back here to see my top 10 anime, thank you so much. Genuinely, I'm thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. My last video did pretty good. Well, did pretty good for me where I'm at right now, and I want to keep making better content. The last video was edited so poorly, to be honest. I mean, there's still stuff I'm going to do, hopefully, in this video to improve it, but the last one was just so bad. But like always, make sure you sub, make sure you like. If you disagree with this list at all, if you don't like any of these anime, tell me down in the comments below. I'm always open to dialogue, and goodbye.